So this video is kind of different from our usual videos like installing, reviewing the ROM and doing some other modifications. For a long time I was thinking to explore more on the custom kernel, and I think this is the right time to do. So currently, as you know that I have this Redmi Note 12 4G, and I am using this PixelOS 16.2, and you have watched the installation video, review video, all the things. Just I was curious that the custom kernel actually works and makes sense of doing it. So here I will be doing three things. First thing is the of course the default kernel. So whichever the kernel coming with this one, this 5.15.148, this is Android 13 default kernel, I believe. So there isn't any specific name was given. So I will be just taking the benchmark using this particular default kernel in the Pixel OS. After that I will be installing the custom kernel. This is called Zefaro, where we have the supported kernel for Redmi Note 12 and 13 4G, Redmi Pad SC, Redmi 15 and the Poco M7 4G. So these supports from Android 13 to 16. Just I will be downloading this Zepharo R8 spoofed one. Once you have the spoofed one, you also need I will be directly flashing that in the Orange Fox recovery, and I will be taking again the benchmarks. After I capture that, I'll be rooting this device using the kernel SU next. After rooting it, I will be installing the Franco Kernel Manager, tweaking the power profiles and CPU and governance, and I will be making changes, and then I will be taking the benchmark. So we'll do all the things in this one. So first and foremost, this is the AnTuTu benchmark, which is the 4,30,000, which is actually from the version 11.0.9. So this is the default one which I am getting, and this is the benchmark results of Geekbench 6 and single core 410 and multi-core 1397, and the GPU we have the 373. So this is the score. First and foremost, whichever files required, I have put it in here, right? So I will just insert it. If I go inside the kernel, I have the AnyKernel 3, Zefaro, and then Franco Kernel Manager, and then the kernel SU Orange Fox Recovery latest 12 version, and then the useful links which I will share it in the description of this video. So first and foremost, I will just go here and more, and I will reboot to the recovery, right? So we have booted to Orange Fox recovery. Okay, after that what we have to do is we will just go to our pen drive by clicking here PSB storage. So I'll go to what, phone Kickstarter Note 12 kernel. Okay, so first I will flash the any kernel spoofed one, right? I will be using the kernel version or else non-KSU I will select. I have selected non-KSU version, so I will just directly boot into the device. So now it is booted to the kernel. So here you can see that we have the kernel installed. This is not 5.15, it is actually 6.12.71 Zepharo R8. So we have the change in the kernel. So what we can do is we will just actually run the benchmark, so that we will get to know, like, without rooting and just directly installing the custom kernel, what is the exact performance we are getting. So for that I will just go ahead and open the AnTuTu, right, and I will test again. This will take some time, so let's just be patient. So by the time it was running, you may have a doubt, like, if we are installing the custom kernel or tweaking it and the performance getting improved, why the brands are not doing it in the first place? Well, there are potential risks involved when doing installing the custom kernel or tweaking the governance setting. The first thing is, like, usually the process called throttle down will happen when the device gets warm, or when it reaches some certain of degree Celsius. Well, usually when there are multiple process gets run, the processor will just heat up. So to control the heat up, the device will just normally slows down, and it will reduce the heat. So that's for that reason only people uses the cooling solutions and other stuffs in PC or even in the some gaming devices. So by installing the custom kernel, even by enabling the taking control of the governance and power profiles, we may end up cooking our device. So there are potential risks involved by doing this one. So AnTuTu 11 is done. Now the Geekbench 6 is running. All the scores we will see in the end of this video to make a comparison and things. So finally the AnTuTu benchmark and the Geekbench 6 has been run successfully after the kernel installation, non-KSU. So here you see the score is almost 4,35,224, and in Geekbench 6 we have the single core of 433 and multi-core of 1399, and in the graphical GPU we got the 379. So we'll just accumulate all the things and we'll see it in the end of this video. So let's just reboot to recovery. Also, first time only I should have mentioned that when you install the custom kernel, I would suggest take a backup of your current boot image, because if you get the boot loop or something due to some reasons, maybe the current ROM may not support the custom kernel or some issues, you can just directly reboot to the recovery again and restore the boot image, which will fix the issue. So yeah. So before I do anything, I'll just click here and I'll select the storage. I'll click new backup and I'll just back up the boot image and init boot. So yeah, so both of them are now backed up. So now I'll install the any kernel, right, spoofed one. Okay, so now I will use the KSU version, which is volume down button. Now it's KSU, you can see here, right? Now it is done, so I can just directly reboot and system. Now this must be rooted, the device would have been rooted. Also all the banking apps and these things may not work, you need to do some other things. So before installing or doing anything, do it at your own risk or current state of your device. So first what I have to do is I have to install the KSU next. Install. Yeah, now I will install Franco Kernel Manager. Yes. Now both of these applications are installed, so I will open the Kernel SU next. Right, so it is now stating working built-in, right? So I guess it is already rooted. I have enabled a super user for Franco, right? So I'll open FKM. Okay, I'll go here and click on CPU and GPU. I'll enable maximum CPU frequency little cluster this, and here this is the minimum one you can select. Minimum one I'll select as this one, and maximum one 900, right? And I'll select the this one to performance and I'll enable it. Set boot on true. I'll set it to performance, and maximum CPU frequency I'll set it to this, and minimum before this I'll set it, right? And this one, so it will run in the full throttle. Okay, I'll make sure all are in online, right? GPU control I'll set it to maximum to this, and yeah, both are fine. Default ruler, okay. Okay, I can apply, and I can apply it on two application, basically AnTuTu benchmark. I'll set both of them as a beast. Okay, and then the kernels are not required. I'll set the Geekbench, ABCDEFGH Geekbench. Okay, so but let's just open AnTuTu. But I have to see here applied per profile opened, so I'll just close all other folders. Yeah, beast applied. So now let's just run it, we'll see. So I guess finally I can show you the result after making the Franco Kernel Manager, setting the maximum and min frequency. So we have run the AnTuTu benchmark, and the score that we got is around 4,61,738, and just to remind, and here is the chart. Like in the normal stock we got around 4,30,000, and with custom kernel installed we got around 4,35,000. And then with this FKM tuned we got around 4,61,000. There isn't much heat or something which I have faced when the things were running, but the battery backup was slightly degraded, I would say. So that is what the results about the AnTuTu benchmark. The jump is almost like 5 to 10 percentage. Like even if you want to exactly tell, it will be like almost 7.2 overall percentage, like 31,000 points gain. So exactly, if you want to know like whether it is because of CPU, GPU, memory, or UX, I will put all three screenshots side by side. You can check it out. And then I have run the Geekbench 6, and the single core performance almost peaked around 469, which is like I'll show you the chart, right? So we were getting around 410, and then custom kernel 433 and 468, which is almost 10 to 15 percentage of increase. And the multi-core wise, it is almost the same as our previous one. Like even it got reduced when compared to stock. Maybe it is because of due to thermal management or something, not sure exactly. And then the GPU wise, it is almost same, like 373 to 380. I'm There isn't much of a push. Also, if when doing the setting and other things, if I make any mistake or something in the FKM, just let me know. I really need some of guidances of playing with the FKM. Even still now I am unable to create a profile or something inside the FKM. So let me know if you know why it was happening. So this is some thing. This is the overall picture. Like if you do the overclock or this one, what will exactly happen to this one? I would say like stock kernel itself, it's fine in my opinion. But if you still are you are a gamer, or you are having some frame skipping here and there, 5 to 10 percentage of uh, wiggle room will help you to have a much better gaming experience. So yeah, this is not the advice. This is just like whatever I have seeing, just I just wanted to try the things. So yeah, that's what about this video. If you like the work, just leave a like and subscribe to this channel to see more of this kind of experimental videos. So yeah, if you want to see the previous video of Redmi Note 12, just click the link here, and the previous installation video of this ROM here, and subscribe, so don't forget. Thank you for watching. Kodmoto.